we should pay. The children will put themselves together and pay right now as I'm talking, because it will be a waste of Paul Ogbebor's life. He didn't bring any money home. The only thing he has is this camp that bears his name. He has no money. And the other thing that hurts me is that what Wike sent this money, after withdrawing, he sent it to his own company that is manned and run by by Chindai.
Do you have proof for that?
I got this.
Do you have proof for that, ma?
Yes, please.
Where's your proof?
I have the proof. I am a journalist.
Where's your proof?
I tell you,
where's your
if
proof,
you find me wanting, put me into prison.
No, I want your proof.
Put me into prison.
No, I just want your proof that Wike now channeled it to his own company. I just want your proof. Where's your proof?
As a true Nigerian who has labored for this country and given my contribution, I swear with my blood.
Okay, you swear with your blood is your proof.
Blood. Chinda. Yes.
But we want a real
and
proof.
This is what is making me angry.
Ma, swearing with your blood will not cut it in court. Swearing with your blood is not a tenable proof in court. We want a tenable proof that Wike owns that company that you are attaching to him.
I went to CAC, and I have the record with me.
And Wike's name is
now,
there.
and I can give you now.
Okay, can you put it? Please just put it up. And Wike's name is there.
Chinda.
Because Chinda is there, it doesn't mean Wike's name is there. It doesn't mean Wike's name is there. If you see Chinda, did you see Wike's name as part of the directors in the company? If you saw Chinda there, it doesn't mean Wike's name is there. So you can't say it's Wike. I just want to clarify because we're on the air.
Chinda, but Chief, yes, we're on the air. Chinda is a man, a three-time rep member.
Rep member, I get you.
3 times.
I get you, ma. But
how can you look at the? You can say.
Hang on, ma. I get you. They might have political affiliation, but as long as Wike's name is not there, you cannot say it's a company that he owns. It's not a part of the director on the CAC document. It is Chinda that you saw. There's Chinda you will hold. We're just saying this because of clarity.
All right,
on air.
Ayo, look, go to that camp. There are Italians. All of them are white. Most of them are white. How do you think white people will stay in a dilapidated area? This is puzzling. You want to dilapidate? This is all I'm asking today. I'm asking all Nigerians to prove Wike. Enough is enough in this country. This is our country. I work here. I worked in this country. For God's own sake, it should be probed. All land should be probed. It's grabbing land that I said so. Because I'm a Nigerian. He is a Nigerian. Why should he grab lands from people who labored for it? Where was he when Abuja was a forest? Why? What? And I challenge Mr. President, whose name is being used and polluted, that he must probe Wike. Enough is enough.
Has this matter?
We worked here. This is our capital.
All right, madam. Have you approached the court on this matter? Because at the end of the day, I mean, I'm sure you'd have pursued your legal options. Have you approached the court, and what's the standing currently?
I've asked the lawyers to take over and to look into all the matters. But as I said, I am a journalist and I've done my investigative journalism. The land grabbing in Abuja is not going to help this country. Enough is enough. And you should not forget, I'm a chief from the Niger Delta. Our money is being used there. Look at our home. We are dilapidated. If you want to talk about this dilapidation, go to the Niger Delta. Go to my grandmother's house. Go to my grandfather's house, where the oil is being pumped. That is where you should go to. That is where you should help Nigerians if you want to. Not money brought to Abuja and is sunk here and is being taken over by big men of the country.
Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. That was the voice of the widow of Late Col Paul Ogbebor, popularly known as Paulosa or Paulosa Nigeria Limited. And she is none other than the famous or the foremost Niger Delta activist and a member of Olu of Warri Council, Chief Rita Lori Ogbebor, the widow of Late Col Paul Ogbebor, who was a major player in the construction of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. While people have given a lot of credit to Julius Berger in the building of Abuja, there is no doubt that Paulosa was among the prominent players, indigenous companies that played a role in making Abuja what it is today. These are the people who had the courage of their own conviction to move into Abuja when Abuja was just a bush. And he played a prominent role in the construction of Abuja to what it is today. Now, the widow has cried out that their property at Life Camp in Abuja had been illegally revoked by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, Nyesom Wike, and reallocated it to a company allegedly linked to himself. And in the interview that Rita Lori Ogbebor had with the Arise crew that included Ruben Abati, Ayo, and Rufai Oseni, they were asking her to bring a proof of Nyesom Wike's alleged link. She didn't bring any proof. The only thing she said was that Wan Chinda, who is a member of the House of Representatives, that he had been the new owner or the new person that had his company had been reallocated this piece of land in Life Camp. And she was alleging of relationship between this Chinda and the minister. But in the as Rufai Oseni probed her, she has no evidence to prove that Nyesom Wike's name was in the list among the board of directors that she saw or from the CAC. Okay, so but that was her allegation, and she called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to probe the minister, accusing the minister of land grabbing. Now, there is so much going on in Abuja, so much under Nyesom Wike. There's a lot of complaint by people about how their lands were revoked, even when they still have court orders against such revocation. And sometimes not only revoked, even with a pending court order, that the demolitions still went ahead and their properties were demolished. Now, in this extant case, this woman is alleging that they were allocated this place as a temporary occupation and they made every effort to regularize the occupation. She narrated how eventually the children was able to, the children of her husband was able to raise 10 million naira to pay for the land and all that, which raises the question, how do you deal with people who have done so much for this country, who have contributed to the development of Abuja, who without them Abuja would not be a reality today? There were times when they were begging people to come to Abuja, to move to Abuja. They refused. But there were Nigerians who saw the future, who saw the need to make Abuja a reality, despite the frustration and the sabotage by several many, to ensure that Abuja does not become a reality. They moved into this place when it was a bush. They invested their youth and everything. They invested all they have. Today, many of them are homeless. Many of them are without accommodation, where they thought that they had everything locked down. Unfortunately, many of them have become homeless today, all thanks to demolitions in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. It didn't start today. It was Erufai did a lot of that when he was Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. And all of that was under the guise that they want to ensure the strict adherence to the Abuja Master Plan. With that kind of mindset also, Nyesom Wike had also continued with that. It was Mohammed Bello who also did some part, but he didn't do it with the intensity that Erufai and Wike has done so far in the area of demolition of properties, and a whole lot of people, widows, widowers, and so many are really living in anguish about what they have passed through as a result of the FCT minister trying to follow the Abuja Master Plan. Now, in this exact case, in this particular case now, having said her own side of the story of how the land was taken from them and how they originally got the land, Rita Lori has, stirred a lot of emotion among Nigerians who saw her viral video, and many are wishing that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should intervene in her matter to ensure that, as she said, that the life of her husband, Late Col Paul Ogbebor, his life will not be a waste, because as far as she can see it, demolishing that place, taking that place from them, will mark the end of Ogbebor's legacy. And she cannot bear to be alive, see that done. She was so emotional in that interview. A lot of Nigerians shedded tears with her, and she was almost in tears, narrating what had happened to her family property and what is being done to her family property, and what can be done to prevent it. It was really a sad situation. But despite her presentation, you know that Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie is famous for educating all of us on the dangers of a single story. So we are going to now look at what Nyesom Wike has said in reply to the allegation by the widow of Colonel Paul Ogbebor of Paulosa Nigeria Limited. Now, before I go further into that, if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Now, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, Nyesom Wike, reacting to the viral video of the widow of Late Col Paul Ogbebor that accused him of land grabbing. The minister, speaking through his media aide, Lere Olayinka, in a statement referencing this matter, narrated how Paulosa, a construction company, occupied the said land in Life Camp as a temporary office under a temporary right of occupancy arrangement granted in 1984. Wike stated that the company then occupied the land and built permanent structures on it and rented them out without any approval from the government. He said, and I quote, "On November 18, 2020, after occupying the land for 36 years without approval, Paulosa Nigeria Limited applied to the then Minister of the Federal Capital Territory for the conversion of the temporary right of occupation to a statutory right of occupation. On February 1, 2023, approval was granted to Paulosa Nigeria Limited for a statutory right of occupancy, subject to certain terms and conditions. Some of the terms and conditions are permanent payments. Some of the rights and conditions are payment of ground rate per square meter per annum, which was 50,000 naira per square kilometer from 2022 to 2023, amounting to 2,332,143 naira. Payment of premium of 500,000 naira per square meter, amounting to 11,660,715 naira, and payment of ground rate and payment of ground rent from 1984. Take note of that. Payment of ground rate from 1984 to 2021 for 37 years, amounting to 43,144,645 naira. However, for 20 months, Paulosa Nigeria Limited refused to comply with the terms and conditions for the approval. Consequent upon the failure of Paulosa Nigeria Limited to comply with the terms and conditions for approval granted for a right of occupancy on the said land, consequent upon the failure of Paulosa Nigeria Limited to comply with the terms and conditions for approval granted for a right of occupancy on the said land, the approval was revoked on October 10, 2024, more than 20 months after it was given, the minister said in his defense. So the minister has given a robust defense of himself, of why the land belonging to late Col Paul Ogbebor was revoked, for which the widow, Rita Lori Ogbebor, is accusing the minister of land grabbing and calling on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to probe him. Now, if in the beginning of the video in the beginning of the video by in which Rita Lori Ogbebor spoke. She did say that her children were ready to raise any amount to pay for the land. But here the minister is claiming that they had opportunity to pay for the land. They couldn't pay for 20 months. What we can only say in this channel is to appeal to the minister to give the family time, give them a second chance. Let this widow not die because of this trauma from this experience. Let him give them more window. Let them give them more window. And from what was calculated here and everything, perhaps a bank should be able to give them a loan to cover all the expenses, if they don't have the cash down. It's only in Nigeria that you have to bring cash down on a property. In other clients, you make some deposit and then you'll be able to sort out the amortization process over a long period of time. But this is Nigeria. But the family could be given an opportunity. If it's like they are emotionally attached to this land, it means a lot to them. It means a lot to the widow. So that the family can, if they don't have the cash down, they can go to bank and be able to. That location, Life Camp, is a strategic location in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Banks will be running over themselves to be the ones to give them loan to have such a strategic property under their control, sort of. I think that's the only way, you know. The woman was emotional. I was talking about the president to probe Wike, but you don't have to get to that level. I think the idea that we must always follow strictly to the Abuja master plan is neither here nor there. And in a situation like this, where the people had been allocated, because from what the minister explained, their land was now approved for them for permanent occupancy. Okay? But they couldn't raise the money in 20 months. But the woman herself was saying that they were ready to pay, which is almost a contradiction to what the woman said, because if they were ready to pay, it means that they were not properly communicated to. Because she said her children were ready to raise any amount to be able to ensure that the property of their dad, the legacy of their dad, was not destroyed. That's my take on this, that the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory should look again into the issue of Paulosa Nigeria Limited and grant them extension of time to be able to raise the money, so that the effort of Paul Ogbebor, Colonel Paul Ogbebor, will not be in vain. He was a major player in the development of Abuja that all of us are enjoying today as the Federal Capital Territory. He was here when this Abuja was a mere bush, and many people never believed it would be a reality. So he should be giving his flowers, even in debt, by the minister reconsidering the situation. I don't know what you think about this, but whatever is your position on this allegation of land grabbing made against the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, and his defense of the allegation, whatever is your view, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.